Hi everyone, welcome back to, this is an unboxing and setting up video. So in this box here that I couldn't get in completely in the screen because it was bigger than my desk almost. Actually, it's not massive, it's quite big, but it's not massive. This is my Enbio S Autoclave. Now, this is amazing. I think with all the worry of coronavirus and everything, we really need to make a point of keeping your tools disinfected and sterilized between treatments and stuff. So I wanted to go ahead and show you this amazing autoclave. It's so good. In the box, you've got, in here is your warranty terms. There's a certificate. There is, oh, it's my small boy's hands. There's a quick start guide. There's a couple of other bits in there as well. That's the quick start guide. I found that very helpful. My little boy was trying to help me unpack. I'm trying to do a professional unboxing, and then I've got little people's hands coming in. So it's got a USB flash drive. It's got 2 lots of tubing. I'll explain what those are in a minute. It's also got a power cable. Fortunately, this is a UK plug, which is a win already. It's got an HEPA filter. Don't quite know what that does yet. Still don't know what it does actually. And it's got a very big manual. I did actually read some of this, but it's a little bit over my head at the minute, but I know once I get my head around it, it's going to be fine. Now, there is a lot that I want to tell you about this autoclave, and I don't know that I'm going to get it all into one video. So this is why I just wanted to do an unboxing and setting up, and then I will do another video on how to use it. I think that's probably how we're going to go. I'm going to get it out. It was packed really well. I think the delivery man had a little accident with it from what he said, which annoyed me a little bit. I was thinking, why would you say that? Why would you tell someone you dropped it? I can't remember exactly what he said, but that's the impression he gave me. So it's for an autoclave, it's quite small and quite light, but to me it's heavy because I've never seen one before, not a professional one like this anyway. And I think with everything that's going on at the moment, you know, with coronavirus and stuff, I think it's very important that we sort of, what am I trying to say? Hygiene, you know, disinfecting, sterilizing is very important between treatments. There was a little dink there. I think that must have been where the guy dropped it because it's packed beautifully. I don't think it would have come like that. So I think whether you are a self-employed nail tech or you've got your own salon, I think something like this is a very, very important piece of kit to have. Also, it's not just for nail techs, tattoo artists, dentists can use this kind of thing. It's very, it's not just for one trade. Is that the right thing to say? One trade? You know what I mean? So this is it. I'm not doing it justice. I'm going to put some photos in at the end for you to see it like properly. But we're going to go ahead and set it up now. So excited. So this is what the quick start guide says. Now, the writing on the right hand side was all in foreign languages, so I didn't really understand it, but fortunately, looking at the photos, it is pretty self-explanatory, and I was particularly surprised at how easy it was to set up, like literally pips. So I had to buy these don't come with it. You're going to need 2 water containers, one for the water going into the autoclave and one for the water coming out. These are 2.5 litre, they're half gallon water containers. I got them off eBay, pack of 2. I think they were like, I don't know, they weren't that expensive, £8, something like that. So this is the power plug. It's not plugged in at the mains yet. I'm just going to plug it in at the back. Then I'm going to take these tubes out. I was trying to do this with one hand. Excuse the state of my carpet. We've had this carpet for 9 years. It's the carpet that was in the flat when we moved in. Right, so I'm going to start with this filter. This is the HEPA filter. Not sure what it does yet, but this is going to go here. So it's all kind of pretty much labelled. It's really It's so easy. I was like, what, is that it? You're going to twist it in. So it's got a little thread on that thingy, and you're just going to twist it in and just keep going until you start to feel some resistance, and then you just stop. You don't want to force it right in, but you want it in, right? So when you get some resistance, just stop. Yeah, so this is what I was just seeing, how far do we push it in, but just until you get some resistance. So I did have to, it is quite a long thingy, so you do have to sort of keep going. Plus I was doing it with one hand and I was holding my phone in the other hand, and it was a little bit, it's really difficult filming with one hand and trying to do with the other. So there we go, so that's in. Right, this is the water in and the water out socket things. So I'm going to start with the blue tube. This little stopper, it's like a plug, goes into your water container. Now it comes with this clear, right? This, if you've got a massive container, like a 5-litre container, you'll probably want to put that inside that and then stick it into the container, because it's going to have a bigger opening. But because mine didn't have a big opening, I can just get away with using the blue, just the blue thing, right? So this is the water in tube, this blue one. At the end, you'll see of each tube, it's got this little black mark. So that's going to tell you how far to push it in. You want to make sure it's pushed up to that black mark. It goes in really easy. And then when you put your tubes in, the tubes need to, all this twisting up is not good. It needs to be a nice smooth tube into your water container. And then because this is the water in, the end of the blue tube needs to go all the way to the bottom of the container. So what you just need to do is get some scissors and snip off the excess tubing, which I think I have. Yeah, see, that's my excess tube. I'm going to keep that just in case. I didn't cut off quite enough. I was going to have it around the corner, but I'm thinking no, because that's going to block my little box that I get in and out. So I'm going to have it at the back. This, yeah. So, but I'm going to cut a bit more off. But what's going to happen is you pull the tubing through that blue stopper thing so that it goes into the bottom of the container, and yeah, you can't see it very well because the container's not clear, but there we go. That is it all done. I haven't got water in it yet, but my tubing's in there. It's got a nice fit. There's no twists or knots in the tubing. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. Okay, so we're going to do the same now with the red one, which is the water out. So again, look, it's got a little black mark on it, and then you're just going to put it in the slot next to the blue one. You do, when I push this in, it's almost like it sort of slotted in. It like it had a little, I can't describe it, but it kind of, I don't know. It goes in, it's like goes in with a little, but it doesn't really make that noise. I can't describe it. So we're going to do the same. We need to cut a bit of this tubing off, but this one doesn't have to go all the way into the bottle, the container. It just has to fit into the top of the stopper. So I'm going to cut some of this off again. Again, it's going to be a bit shorter because obviously we're not sucking water out of this one. So this is them set up. So you can see there's no knots, no loops. They're just, that's how you want it, okay? And that's, so I've got, right, my 2 spare lids, the spare stopper surrounds, and then I've got some spare tubing. The white thing here is a 16 gigabyte USB flash drive thingy. That is going to slot into, I'm just going to take that lid off. There we go. Ta-da! That's going to slot into the back of the autoclave on the right hand side here. So it's all marked really well. And then that's going to like keep track of the cycles you do, as far as I know. See, I haven't read up on this very much yet. It's still all very new to me. I only just got my water containers the other day. So this is it. This is what the back should look like. Ta-da! I'm going to go and fill this up with water, by the way. And I've done it almost to the top, but not really to the top. I'm not going to go through much because I'm not going to use it that often, but it's there for when I do need to use it, like if my neighbour comes down and I do her nails, or even when I'm doing my own nails. It's still good to sterilise your tools, just make it good practice, you know. I switched the green, it's switched on now, you can't hear it, it's not very noisy. I thought it was going to light up for some reason, but it doesn't. And then you'll see at the front you got your touchscreen. So I do have a discount code. It is Natalie Mugridge, all in caps, and that will get you £50 off this autoclave. I'll leave the information in the description box for you, and the website address. This is I wanted to show you this tray as well. So you've got quite a nice size tray there. So anyway, it's amazing. It feels so good. It looks good. It's brilliant. So I'm going to do another video on how to use it. I think it's pretty simple. So yeah, we'll do that pretty soon. But for now, this is it. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. If you did, please leave me a like. If you haven't already, do consider subscribing, and I will see you beautiful lot next week. Have an amazing weekend.